All right, a little bit of homework help on 11-2B. I'm going to do numbers 15, 17, 19, and 31. 15 is a cylinder. Let me just drop a picture in. So the picture looks like this. It says find the lateral area. Again, just like what we did with 11A, the lateral area is the perimeter of the base times the height. The difference in this lesson is the perimeter of your base is actually circumference, right? And we know circumference to be either pi d or 2 pi r. So you may use whichever of those you're more comfortable with. But if I'm looking at this picture, my circumference right now is pi times the diameter. My diameter is 6. So my p of my pH would be 6 pi. Okay, pi times diameter. And then my height is the distance between the two bases. That's the 9. And in terms of pi, we would just do 6 times 9 is 54. And then attach the pi. And then it's an area, so square meters. Okay, so that's the first one, number 15. Number 17 looks like this, and this time they ask you to find the surface area. So you're going to start with lateral area in order to find your surface area. So we know the lateral area formula is the perimeter of the base times the height. Again, your perimeter is the circumference of the circle, so pi times the diameter. And my diameter here, if my radius is 2, then my diameter is 4. So 4 pi would be the perimeter. And then the height is right here, that's the 8. So 4 pi times 8, or 32 pi square centimeters, is my lateral area. We want surface area, so we're going to take the lateral area and add 2 times the area of the base to that. So that's going to be 32 pi, right? We got that from right here, plus 2, and then we just need the area of one base. So my base is a circle. The area of that circle, if my radius is 2, it's pi times the radius squared. So it's 2 times 4 pi, or 8 pi, that we're going to add to that 32 pi. So that means my surface area is going to be 32 pi plus 8 pi, or 40 pi square centimeters. Okay, so that's number 17. Number 19. 19 looks like this. You have a cylinder. It's laid on its side, but that doesn't change the process at all. It says find the surface area in terms of pi. So we're going to start with lateral area, which is perimeter of the base times the height. With a diameter of 7, that's going to be 7 pi for the perimeter. And then our height is the 11. So our lateral area right now is 77 pi square inches. Okay, we want surface area, so we're going to say surface area is the lateral area plus 2 times the area of the base. So that's going to be 77 pi plus 2. And then the area of the base here, your radius would be half of that 7, so 3.5. So you would do pi times 3.5 squared. So if we take 3.5 squared, we get 12.25. So this is 12.25, but we got to multiply that by 2. So 24.5. So you have 77 pi plus 24.5 pi. So just do 24.5 plus 77, and you get, let me move this up a little, 101.5 pi square inches. The book might leave that as an improper fraction. I'm fine with a decimal as long as it's an exact decimal like that. So that would be number 19. Okay, last one here is number 31. It says, suppose that a cylinder has a radius of r units. If you need to see that, it would look something like this. That the height of the cylinder is also r. So if your radius here is r, I didn't make that very true to scale, sorry. And then your height is r, and they tell you the lateral area is 98 pi square units. You should be able to figure out the value of r and then find the surface area as well. So we know lateral area is the perimeter of the base times the height. So if r is my radius, we're saying pi times d, which is 2 doubling your radius, 2 pi r. So you can say 2 times pi times the radius times the height, which is the radius, should equal 98 pi. And if we simplify that, r times r is r squared. So 2 pi r squared equals 98 pi. Then if we divide by 2 pi, that's 1. Divide by 2 pi here. Your pi is reduced to 1, and then 98 divided by 2 is 49, is your radius squared. So if I square root that, my radius is 7. So now if I know my radius is 7 and we want surface area is your lateral area plus 2 times the area of the base. So we're going to say 98 pi, we already found that, they gave us that, plus 2, and then the area of the base would be pi times 7 squared, times our radius squared. So it's 98 pi plus 2 times 49 pi, and 2 times 49 pi is 98 pi again. So it's 98 pi plus 98 pi. What you get with that then is 196 pi square units for your surface area. And that would be your answer. So that is 11.2b, just a few of the questions that look like things you should know how to do.